Greetings and welcome. In this session, we will discuss about vorticity, velocity potential, and stream function.
Okay, so now the new topic we are going to see today, that is vorticity. Vorticity, technical word actually in a fluid mechanics. Vorticity. Okay, actually vorticity is a phenomenon. Okay, it is a tendency. Okay, now we have seen in types of flow one classification: rotational flow and irrotational flow. Okay, rotational flow definition, what we have seen: the flow in which fluid particle while moving in the direction of flow, when it flows about their mass center, about their own axis, then that flow is called as rotational flow. And when the fluid particle is not moving about their own mass center, it is called as irrotational flow. Now, by the definition, okay, rotational flow and irrotational flow. Again, by the observation, I gave you example of Ferris wheel, which is moving in this way, and there are different buckets in that people are seated. So bucket is moving in a circular fashion, but about its own mass center, bucket is not rotating. It is in upright position because there is a person which is seated in that bucket, that remains as it is in vertical upright position. So this flow is not rotational flow, it is irrotational. When the bucket is moving about its own axis, then we say rotational. So that happens in which case I gave you example of washing machine. In a washing machine, we keep the clothes for the washing purpose, we pass the water and that drum is rotated, that drum is filled of water fully. When it starts rotating, that water currents are there forming. In that current, individual particle of the water is moving about its own axis. That is why washing machine, water flow, drum flow, that is called as rotational flow. This is what we have studied theoretically. Now how to confirm it by mathematics? By mathematics we should have some mathematical formula. Likewise, continuity equation. If the summation of dabba u by dabba x plus dabba v by dabba y plus dabba w by dabba z is equal to 0, then we say that equation is satisfied and the flow is possible. Which flow? Incompressible flow is possible. That we say. In that way, here how to say whether the flow is possible, rotational flow is possible. So for that purpose we have to study vorticity. So here, why this vorticity to be studied? Why? Because it is used in a computational fluid dynamics analysis. I use word CFD. CFD means what? In the flow analysis, computer is used. Okay, by using computer, because it contains n number of equations in a CFD, fluid mechanics, and these equations are lengthy and also in the form of partial differentiation form. And it is very difficult to find general solution of partial differentiation equation because it contains number of terms, 3D-dimensional. So, and that if you go manually to solve or to determine that equation, it will take lot of time and it becomes very difficult and very difficult task. So for that purpose, what we use computer program. And that program in the form of software, that is called as CFD. So there is a software ANSYS. That software we use. So in that we solve the problem of fluid mechanics under the name CFD, computational fluid dynamics. So in the CFD, what is that? Program means what? To find the or to write the code. You know coding. You heard. Nowadays we are familiar with this coding. Okay, online coding classes like that. Okay, so that coding is done in a CFD. To do that coding, vorticity is required. So use of vorticity is what? Write down first of all. Use of vorticity in that stream function. One term comes under the vorticity, that is stream function. Now what is stream function? There will be separate lecture on the stream function. We will see there. Okay. Currently just have this word stream function. Use of stream function in coding of computational fluid dynamics. Computational means calculation. Computational fluid dynamics. In a bracket CFD. This is a tool which is used to solve the problem of fluid mechanics. Okay. Computational fluid dynamics analysis. Okay. Of fluid flow motion. This is the use. Okay. Now in that we have to understand first of all some terms. In that one term comes angular velocity. Angular velocity, little bit you know. Angular velocity is what? We indicate angular velocity by letter W. Now this W is omega actually. Okay, because we are using W for velocity also. So here somewhat little bit you use this kind of notation. W, omega, we call this as a omega or W. Angular velocity. Now what is angular velocity? You know linear velocity. Linear velocity means rate of change of displacement per unit time, but that displacement in a straight direction. And here are three directions, means in different direction the displacement, that is angular displacement. Okay, so here we will have some theory. Here flow near, normally flow near boundary. We have seen the in this way I shown you. I gave you here the diagram in earlier session. This is a suppose case where the body, this is a body and this is a flow lines which are passing over the body. So flow near boundary, normally what happens? Rotation of fluid particle occurs. Fluid particle occurs here, means near the boundary rotation of fluid particle occurs near the boundary. Okay, so why it occurs? Because when there is a velocity gradient occurs, when there is a velocity difference occurs, when the two lines are moving with the same velocity, then there will be zero velocity gradient. When there is a difference in the two line segments, one line segment is moving with some velocity, other line segment is moving with some velocity. In that case what happens? They will not in linear form, in straight form. There will be what? Changing the direction of that velocity component. What I mean to say, see, suppose this is the x direction. In the x direction two line segments are moving, u and u plus du. Okay, if these velocities are same, then both will follow the straight line x direction. But when there is a difference in the velocity u and another u also, then there will be happen one layer will try to drag another layer, and there will be trying one layer to bend another layer, that line. So that is why their curve forms. Curve form means there what you say angular motion comes into picture, angular motion. So what goes in a straight fashion, that will go in this way. This is called as angular. This is what? Linear, and this is called angular. For better understanding, just a simple way I am going to express. Actually it is very difficult and complex also, but we are looking very simple form, basic form of the fluid mechanics. Okay, so these, why? Because here velocity gradient velocity gradient exist means come into picture, or forms, velocity gradient forms or develop, different words are there. So what happens here? Relative motion. Okay, next point, relative motion occurs. Relative motion between what? Between this boundary surface, body surface means boundary surface, and fluid particle, that occurs. So relative motion between boundary surface and fluid thus velocity gradient exists. It exists as well, relative motion between boundary surface and fluid exists, and thus what happens? Rotational flow is formed, occurs or developed. Okay, and that is why now the definition of angular velocity definition is what? Rotation of line segment of fluid is called as angular velocity. Is called as angular velocity. Okay, now we will take diagram for the better understanding. Okay, now we will consider here a fluid element. Okay, this is a fluid element, and here we will have here these two lines. This is the center of the fluid element. So here at the center along x direction, because see, this is a dimension of the fluid element, horizontal means along x direction dx you take, and this is a y direction or vertical component, vertical segment you say, that is dy dx. So at the center along x direction velocity u, along y direction velocity v. Okay, v. Now this fluid element, if you want to know about its rotation, how it will rotate, suppose clockwise. If we want to say that this fluid element is moving clockwise direction, means in this way. Now how it will be rotated? Then for that consider here this line segment AB, and this is another line segment CD. See, now line segment AB, okay, here line segment AB, its perpendicular component will be what? Velocity component here, and here will be one more velocity component. Okay, likewise here this is a CD, vertical segment component, its perpendicular component will be here and also here. Okay, red color. Now here at the center fluid element has a velocity u. At this point here the difference in the velocity, when the difference in the velocity, then that fluid element will rotate. So here this component will be what? U plus delta v by delta x into dx by 2. Okay, write down carefully. U plus, okay, sorry, this is a v plus actually, because vertical component v plus, this is a v velocity at the center. At the right side at segment this, now this is half distance, full element is a dx, this is half distance, that is why velocity at this point will be what? Delta v, means change in a velocity differential delta v with respect to which direction? With respect to x, delta x, and into dx by 2. Why? Because dx by 2, because this is a half distance, dx by 2. Okay, now this is on the right side, that is why we have plus sign, means velocity is increasing. I will show here. Normally we use in engineering mechanics right direction for the positive and left direction for the negative. In the engineering mechanics, means right direction we can take as a positive, means velocity increases. On the graph also we show in this way. We use in the graph, on the graph, zero line. On the right side of the zero line, right side, all the values we take positive. On the left side of the zero vertical line, we take all the value of negative. So here velocity decreases. Okay, now on the right side segment velocity is v plus. So left side velocity will be what? V minus here. So v minus delta v by delta x into dx by 2. This is the left side component. Okay, now similarly you can have velocity for u. At the center velocity is u. Now we will have here in upward direction positive sign, means velocity increasing, and in downward direction sign convention negative, means at this location velocity will be u minus, and at this location velocity will be u plus. So velocity u plus delta u by delta y. Why delta y? Because here change is a velocity in the vertical direction along y direction. So delta u by delta y into dy by 2, positive component. And here from the center right below downward direction sign is negative. So that is why this component will be what? U minus delta u by delta y into dy by 2. So these are the 4 components what we have seen. Okay, all these 4 are what? Normal velocity component. Normal means perpendicular. Normal velocity components. Okay, now what, as we discuss, as per that what we have to write? See, to rotate line segment, this AB, if we want to rotate clockwise, this AB about the center, if we want to rotate, this is a line AB that we want to rotate in this way. So for that purpose, if line segment will be rotated, then whole particle will be rotated. If the line segment AB is rotating, means CD is also rotating. AB and CD are rotating, means whole element is rotating. Are you understanding? Okay, so here now to rotate, write down, to rotate line segment AB, what? There should be difference. There should be difference between velocity A and B. At this point velocity this component, and at this point velocity this component. In these two components there should be difference. If the difference, then that AB segment will be rotating. That is the concept. Now how to write mathematically, that we'll see in the next step. So as per the diagram, okay, this is a fluid particle element. Already we have discussed about this. Okay, now in this, these are the velocities at center u. This is the velocity along x direction, this is the velocity along v direction at the center. A and B, you take the end points of horizontal segment AB, vertical segment CD, end point of this vertical segment CD are C and D. So velocity in upward direction increases, okay, and velocity in right side direction increases. So right side and upward increases. That is why at the center velocity u, from this center this point D is at the half distance of dy. That is why velocity at D point is what? U plus, this is a differential component d by u, differential component of velocity u, d by u, with respect to vertical distance d by y, into half distance dy by 2, plus sign because velocity increases in upward direction. In downward direction velocity decreases, that is why instead of plus sign here is a minus sign. This is for u component. Similarly for v component, velocity at center is v. This v is in upward direction, means along this y direction, and AB segment point A is on the left side at a half distance of horizontal distance dx. That is why dx by 2. This distance is dx by 2. That is why for this component velocity at center, velocity on the left side is increasing, decreasing, and velocity on the right side increasing, decreasing. That is why v minus d by v means partial differentiation of velocity v with respect to horizontal direction means d by x into distance, half distance dx by 2. Minus sign because left side. Similarly on the right side, as velocity increases, instead of minus sign here is a plus sign. So in this way we have written here the velocities at the end of the segments. Okay, now we have here the formula, that is linear velocity, regular velocity, that is equal to velocity, okay, this r into omega. Linear velocity is equal to r into omega. Okay, so it means what? V is equal to r omega. In the 12th we have seen V is equal to r omega. So omega will be what? Omega is a angular velocity that is equal to V upon R. Now here V upon R, what we have to take? V upon R means we have to take net velocity. Net velocity divided by distance. Net velocity divided so angular velocity is equal to what? Net velocity divided by distance. V net velocity means what? AB. Here net velocity will be what? AB. This is a plus velocity, this is a minus velocity or negative. In this side negative velocity, in this side positive velocity. That is why we write net velocity. And distance is what? Distance between A and B point for horizontal, and for vertical distance between C and D point. That is why we call this here as a arm or segment. We call this AB as a arm or segment. Segment AB is a horizontal, segment CD is a vertical. AB segment has two velocities at the end point, this and this. CD segment has two velocities at the end C and D. So that net velocity we are going to take in the formula, and distance will be what? Distance between that A and B point or C and D point. So according to that, now we will go here angular velocity. Now we will write here angular velocity for segment AB. Angular velocity for segment AB. How to write this? Omega AB is equal to net velocity means velocity at point B, that is a positive velocity, increasing velocity, minus velocity at point A, this side decreasing velocity. So VB minus VA, that is what net velocity, divided by AB distance is what? dx. AB distance is dx. Now put here expressions of VB and VA. VB expression V plus delta V by delta x into dx by 2. VB expression. VA expression minus V minus delta V by delta x into dx by 2, okay, divided by dx. Now the solve bracket. Solving the bracket, we find V plus delta V by delta x dx by 2 minus sign is outside of the bracket. When we solve the bracket, inside signs will be changing. Minus V, this minus plus delta V by delta x into dx by 2 divided by dx. In this case, V and this V get cancelled. What happens? We get here delta V by delta x into dx by 2, and here also same, means this becomes 2 times delta V by delta x into dx by 2, and this dx you can write here. Now what happens? These 2 get cancelled with these 2. Again we can have here 1 by dx. Here this is what 1 by dx. So 1 by dx we have written for this, and then here delta V by delta x into dx. Means here what happens? This dx get cancelled with this dx, and we find here omega AB velocity component, differential component delta V by delta x. Similarly, we follow the method for omega CD. Okay, so now similarly we will do the mathematical derivation for angular velocity for segment CD. Here is a segment CD. So similarly here will the formula omega CD, that is velocity, net velocity, means velocity at point D minus velocity point at C, VD minus VC. VD why? Because positive sign, positive direction, increasing velocity minus decreasing velocity. VD minus VC divided by distance dy. Put the value of velocity at point D, which is written here. So here we can write u plus delta u by delta y into dy by d2 in a circular bracket, minus expression for velocity at point C in this bracket, u minus delta u by delta y into dy by 2 divided by dy. Follow the simplification process, means u plus delta u by delta y into dy by 2 minus sign here, this minus plus so we find this here u and minus u getting cancelled, and this becomes du by dy here, and here du by dy with this coefficient dy by 2 means it becomes double, 2 times dou by u by dou by y into dy by 2 times divided by dy. Okay, so here these two to get cancelled. You can cancel dy this with this dy also, no problem. If you want to increase one more term, you can write here in this way, 1 upon dy means this into dou by u by dou by y into dy. This dy will get cancelled. So here we get omega cd is equal to dou by u by dou by y. This is what angular velocity cd. Now what we did, we wrote the velocity, angular velocity for AB segment and CD segment. Now this is a center. Now we have to write expression for vorticity. Vorticity is what? Angular velocity. Actually, angular velocity concept means this element when AB is rotating, then CD is rotating about the center. So when AB and CD will be rotating, this fluid will be rotating. Now this we say in the direction which we say here. So for that purpose, if you take this as a x-axis and this is a y-axis, means horizontal is a x-axis, vertical is a y-axis, and third axis is here, which is a perpendicular to the board in the space, which is here, which is perpendicular to the board, z-axis. About this z-axis we are taking rotation. About z-axis we write the rotation equation. So for that, angular velocity, now the point is very important, angular velocity about z-axis, that is omega z. How to write this omega z? So that how to write? See, segment AB, its velocity, and segment CD, its velocity. So omega AB plus omega CD, it is what? Average. It is a omega AB, not average, subtraction, omega AB minus omega CD divided by 2 formula. Okay, now what we do, we got omega AB expression, omega CD expression. So putting that here, what we got here for omega AB dV by dx, what we got for omega CD dou by u by dou by y, and this divided by 2 we can write here, means half of difference of differential velocity components. Okay, that is what omega z. Now see carefully, this if we want to write angular velocity expression for x and y, first of all remember what is here. If you see properly, along z which velocity we take? UVW in that. Along z which velocity we take? W velocity. So you don't find here W velocity component. See here, are you finding here W word? No. Means you are finding here the words in the velocity excluding z, x and y, excluding velocity W means u and v. See, so in that v minus u, and again with respect to v, we are taking direction perpendicular with respect to dabba v is actually along y direction, but its differentiation is along with respect to x. Here u velocity is along x direction, but its differential component is y, which is perpendicular. So in that way also you can remember and you can write the expression for omega x. So omega x will be what? Similarly, we write first of all here similarly. So have this first of all. Similarly, omega x half in this way you can do two brackets. And you can write excluding x, other two dimensions are what? Y and z. So here definitely is coming dy and dz. Okay, excluding x u velocity, other velocities are v and w. So here dabba v and dabba w are definitely coming. So next component will be what? Half dabba w, which is coming after v, dabba w, divided by its perpendicular direction y, that is dabba y, minus next component of velocity u is dabba v, divided by its perpendicular component dabba x. See, in this way you can write. For y, here the components will be excluding y, means which direction? X and z direction. So x and z direction here will be what? First, after w again comes u, so dabba u by divided by dabba z minus dabba v divided by dabba x. Zx excluding y, uv excluding velocity, sorry, here dabba y means here will come w will come. Clear? So we have written the angular velocities for z direction, x direction and y direction. Okay, all the velocities are half of the difference. In z we have difference in the differential component excluding z direction, means y direction and x direction, dv du. Here for x excluding x direction, other velocities are v and w, so w minus v, this. Here y excluding y direction means x and z direction, so x direction dabba u and z direction dabba w, in that way. So after that, now we will come to the point of vorticity. Now see the definition of vorticity which is given to you. Vorticity, where we started our discussion with this word vorticity. So vorticity is what? By that, this is called as curl. This is called as curl. Okay. So here circulation, its definition is circulation of fluid element, circulation per unit area, and it is taken twice of angular velocity. Twice of angular velocity means what? Curl is 2 into omega. This is the definition of vorticity. Angular velocity we have taken, in that we taken the fluid element which is moving, okay, about the center. and in that we taken about the center which is at the half distance of dx and dy. We have to take full element rotation, so that's why half, it's double we have to do, so that's why double, 2 into angular velocity. This is called as vorticity. And this vorticity, if is a 0, then there is no rotation. If final aim of this is what we ultimately we are going to do, we are going to find the formulae which will be used for solving the numerical. In the numerical there will be velocity components given to us, u, v, w. That components we will have vorticity formulae, we will put that, and if that curl is coming 0 means there is no rotation. If there is no rotation means that flow is what? Irrotational type. If that is not equal to coming 0 means that flow is a rotational flow. That is our aim. So for that purpose now we will do this. So now see, twice of angular velocity. So this is a general vorticity. Now we can have the formulae for y and z direction vorticity. How? All the equations which we wrote, wx, wy, wz, or omega x, omega y, omega z, all the equations we have taken, these all equations are with half. Now that we are multiplying it by 2, so that 2 multiplied by half will get cancelled. So what will come here? Only bracket will come. So here what will come? Dabba w, dabba y, dabba wy, dabba y, minus dabba v by dabba z. This is for x direction. Vorticity along y direction will be what? Dabba u by dabba z minus dabba w by dabba x. And along z direction will be what? Dabba v by dabba x minus dabba u by dabba y. So these are the 3 equations, x, y, z. These are for vorticity. How we got? We already written in the last slide equations for omega x, omega y, omega z. Omega x was half. Now vorticity equation is a twice of omega. So twice of half means twice, and this half will get cancelled. Remains only that bracket in that equation. Now our aim is what? To decide. Aim of study is to decide type of flow. Means whether the flow is rotational or irrotational. So irrotational flow means what? Means vorticity is 0. Vorticity 0 means flow is not rotational. Not rotational means irrotational flow. Okay. So here now vorticity vector that we will write. Vorticity vector, how to write? Any vector we write with the bar on the head. V bar, that is a vector, velocity vector. Only V is a scalar velocity. There are 2 types of quantities, scalar quantity and vector quantity, that we have seen. When the vector quantity we express, we write there bar. So this vorticity is a scalar quantity, and now what we are going to write, that is a vector quantity. Okay, so that vector quantity, how to write? See, in this way. Here any scalar quantity multiplication in this way. Okay. Now this ijk, these are what? Ijk, in the physics we have seen unit vectors. Ijk are the unit vector. So I, J, K are unit vectors. Now simple way, if you want to write, okay, I will write this, I will show here in the matrix form. See, matrix form. What we will do in a matrix I, J, K. You know matrix in a 12th we have seen. Okay, here we will take differentiations, differential components. Dabba upon dabba x, dabba upon dabba y, dabba upon dabba z. Okay, and last row we will take velocities, scalar velocities, UVW. Okay, now here we will take multiplication in this way. Multiplication of these both. Multiplication of these both in this way. Okay, now here we will write curl of vorticity. This is called as curl of vorticity. So here this vorticity bar, that is equal to, see, as per this rule, I into I multiplied by multiplication of these, I multiplied by multiplication of this, means this minus this, you know well how we do in matrix form. So dabba w by dabba y, dabba w by dabba y, multiplication of this, okay, minus dabba v by dabba z, dabba v by dabba z, okay, into I into this multiplication minus this multiplication. For j, we can write for j. For j, you take these two elements. These two elements means what? This multiplication, okay, and this multiplication. So for j, what will come here? Dabba u by dabba z, okay, minus dabba w by dabba x, dabba w by dabba x for j. For k, how it will come? K multiplied by this, multiplication of this minus multiplication of this. Arrow I have done. Okay, so plus here for k, what will come? Dabba v divided by dabba x minus dabba u by dabba y. Understood? This how to write. For that purpose we have taken help of matrix form. By using matrix form it is very easy to write. It is not easy to remember. There may be chances of confusion. So that's why write the matrix form, and from the matrix you are very familiar with the matrix. In a 12 you have done this job many times. So that's why we use this method to write this equation. Now this big equation we can reduce in the form of general. So write down general form. General form will be what? Vorticity vector is equal to del into v bar. Del into v bar. Now del means what? Del means this differential component, and v bar means what? V bar means ijk uvw, that is a v bar. I am coming to the point what you will have difficulty. Here you write down, this is what? Curl of velocity vector, curl of velocity vector. Okay, so vorticity component for the matrix form, I into this multiplication difference minus j into end point difference and k into these 4 multiplication and difference. Now write down, the motion of fluid particle is described theoretical concept we are continuing with the last. Now mathematics, again mathematics will come, but for that, before that we will have some theoretical statement. The motion of fluid particle is described as a rotational, irrotational. The motion of fluid particle is described as a irrotational, when component of rotation or vorticity are zero, when components of rotation or vorticity are zero, means what? Write down. That is vorticity along x direction, along y direction, along z direction, all vorticity should be zero. Then and then we say flow is irrotational. Okay, or angular velocities in x direction, in y direction, in z direction. Okay, means vorticity vector is zero for irrotational flow. Okay, now why to go for vorticity function? Okay, because see, we have seen that equations which are lengthy. Okay, and whenever we have all the components, means x, y, z, velocity u, v, w comes in a picture, then that mathematics goes on difficult. So that is why we reduce all the terms in the form of vorticity. Okay, so write down. Some functions are used for convenience. Write down. Some functions are used for convenience. Convenience means what? For easy, to get easy. Okay, if we have to describe any flow fluid, any flow field, instead of describing all the velocity components, instead of describing all the velocity components, instead of describing the velocity, describing all the velocity components, only describing some characteristics, we can reduce some variables. Okay, next line, write down. We have, by the mathematics, vorticity vector is equal to what? Del into velocity vector. This is a product. Okay, for irrotational flow. Give equation number 1. Okay, then here we have v bar, means velocity vector, we write in the form of del into phi. Now phi is what? Phi is a velocity potential. We will come to that point afterwards. Currently phi is a velocity potential. Write down here. It is velocity potential. Okay, comparing 1 and 2. Okay, from 1 and 2, from 1 and 2. We can write vorticity vector is equal to del, okay, del into del phi, del into del phi. Means we put this v bar is equal to del phi in this equation at the place of this. So del into del phi, that comes. Okay, now del phi is what? Del phi is what? Write down. Del phi is gradient. Gradient means what? Du by dy, velocity gradient, in that way. Gradient of any scalar function, any scalar function, So define this phi now. We will come to the point phi. Phi means what? Velocity potential, and phi is velocity potential. This is a function phi, Greek word phi. Okay, so by the definition, how to use this phi? Okay, so here we have as v bar is equal to del phi, as v bar is equal to del phi, this equation v bar is equal to del phi. What is meaning of this? Meaning of this we will write here. Meaning of this is what? U into I hat plus V into J hat plus W into K hat, UVW into IJK, unit vectors, UVW, U I hat, V J hat, W K hat is equal to, this is what we have written for the V bar, velocity vector. Velocity vector we have written, I will write here left side because we need more space, that is why. Okay, here I will write U I hat plus V J hat plus W K hat, velocity vector. Similarly, del operator, this is a del operator for phi. How to write that? I into dabba phi by dabba x plus j into dabba phi by dabba x into k into dabba phi by dabba. See, v bar velocity vector, ijk velocity vector. Del operator means dabba x plus dabba y plus dabba z, that is a del operator. And we write this for phi function, so phi everywhere. Okay, dabba upon dabba x of phi, dabba upon dabba y upon phi, dabba upon dabba z of phi into this scalar ijk. In this way we write. Now here these are what actually? These are velocities. These are velocities, UVW. These are velocities. Means by this you can have here U is equal to, by comparing these two equations, means comparing the terms, what you get? Here is ijk, here is ijk, means U will be dabba phi upon dabba x. This is a definition of velocity U in the form of velocity potential. V is equal to what? Dabba phi upon dabba y, and W is dabba phi upon dabba z. So what it indicates? UVW, these are velocities, are partial derivative of velocity potential. Partial derivative of velocity potential. Partial velocity of velocity potential means dabba phi. Okay, with in any direction. In any direction means in x direction. In x direction gives velocity in that direction. Means if you take partial derivative of phi with respect to x direction, it will give velocity in that direction. In that direction, x direction, which velocity? U. Similarly, if you take partial differentiation of phi with respect to y direction, it gives velocity in y direction, v. And here partial differentiation of phi in a z direction we take, it gives velocity in z direction, w. Understood? Means here this is what definition of velocity potential. Write down partial derivative of, write down below this, partial derivative of velocity potential, partial derivative of velocity potential in any direction, in any direction, in any direction gives velocity of, gives velocity of, velocity of, velocity of fluid, velocity of a fluid, velocity of a fluid in that direction, in that direction. Such scalar function, such scalar function, such scalar function is called as velocity potential. Such scalar function is called as velocity potential. Such scalar function is called as velocity potential. Now we have to use this concept for looking whether the flow is satisfied or not, or whether the continuity equation is satisfied or not, or whether the flow is possible or not. Which flow? Irrotational flow is a possible or not. So for that purpose we write here for incompressible flow, for incompressible flow, for incompressible flow, what we have written in earlier discussions, delta u by delta x plus delta v by delta y plus delta w by delta z is equal to 0. This is what our condition. This is what continuity equation. Continuity equation, three-dimensional continuity equation. Okay. If this equation is satisfied, then we say that flow is a compressible flow. Now what we do, as per the definition, we have got now u is equal to delta phi upon delta x. So we will modify this equation in the form of delta upon delta x of u. U definition is what? Delta phi upon delta x. Means we put the value of u, v and w here. So plus delta upon delta y bracket. V function is, v velocity is what? Delta phi upon delta y plus delta upon delta z, delta into delta phi upon delta z is equal to 0. Okay. If you see this, it is what? Again higher order derivative. Higher order differentiation means second order differentiation. Delta upon delta, delta up delta phi. Delta up delta phi means what? Delta square phi, double derivative, partial double derivative, divided by dx square means delta x square plus delta square of phi divided by delta y square plus delta square phi divided by delta z square. This is equal to 0. This equation we get. This equation we get. This is called as Laplace equation. This is known as, this is known as Laplace equation in phi. Okay, so write down here thus phi must satisfy Laplace equation. Means this equation, phi must satisfy Laplace equation for continuity of flow. Okay, now we will take here for irrotational flow. What we have in earlier discussion, we have vorticity along z direction, means vorticity z, that is equal to, we have got this equation, delta v by delta x minus delta u by delta y. Now we will check whether the irrotational flow is possible or not. Okay, so here by the definition, okay, v is what in terms of phi, delta phi upon delta y, isn't it? Minus delta upon delta y into u is what in the form of phi, delta phi upon delta x. Okay, so here it is what delta square phi upon delta x delta y minus delta square phi upon delta x delta y. Here delta y delta x, but we have written delta x delta y. Okay, means what, these both quantities are same, delta square phi upon delta x delta y, and here delta square phi upon delta x delta y, means finally it is what, 0, means there is no vorticity, means flow becomes potential or irrotational. Flow becomes potential or irrotational. Okay, now what is meaning of this? Every time to handle all the equations containing the differentiation forms of UVW, it is very difficult. So that is why the function which is similar with them, that function is what? Phi function. That function we use. And what it does, it helps us to reduce our work. Means when we want to check the flow, just see whether the equation is satisfied or not, means phi in this form. And again one more thing, it is an indicator for irrotational flow. When their velocity potential is in existence, means phi function is in existence, means the flow is irrotational. Means phi function is actually, here we can write velocity potential means phi function. Phi function is indicator means what? It shows it indicator of irrotational flow. If their velocity potential is not in existence, then we say that that flow is rotational flow. And when the velocity potential phi is in existence, then we say that the flow is irrotational flow. This is one thing. Another case, when in the numerical, if we do this practice and if all these mathematical formulae, after that simplification, if this comes 0, then we say that again what the flow is in continuity, and finally by doing this we say here the flow is irrotational in the numerical. So likewise velocity potential, now velocity potential means function, scalar function. Likewise velocity potential, again one more function we use, that is called as stream function. Now what is use of this stream function? Stream function is used to find the discharge between two streamlines. In the theory or in the practical also we see that the flow is flowing with some lines. These lines are called as streamlines. So between the two streamlines, what is the discharge passing? That if we want to find, then this stream function helps us to find that discharge. Okay, so what is stream function? That we will first of all know. Okay, write down the definition. It is defined as function of space and time. Function of space and time such that its partial derivative with respect to any direction, gives the velocity component at right angle to this direction. Gives the velocity component at right angle to this direction. For two-dimensional flow. What is written in the statement? That it gives velocity in perpendicular direction. Okay, means here if we have diagram, this is x direction, okay, and this is a perpendicular direction, that is y direction. So if you take velocity u, if you want to write velocity u, how to write? Its negative differentiation. Negative differentiation means scalar function. Negative differentiation of scalar function with respect to perpendicular direction means dabba psi up. Perpendicular is which direction? Y direction. Means definition, by the definition, u is equal to what? Negative differentiation of scalar function with respect to its perpendicular direction, dabba y. So u is equal to dabba psi upon dabba y. Okay, so here in the same way, if you want to write equation for y, its perpendicular direction will be what? X. Its perpendicular direction will be x. So in this case here, negative sign is for direction. This again we have to write here negative sign, because here the direction is changing again and it is going in left side. For the left side we use the word sign negative. So here negative sign for direction of u or direction of u. So in this case here the formula will be what? Along y direction velocity is v. Along y direction velocity is v. So as per the definition, negative differentiation of psi function with respect to x direction, negative. Okay, but in this case this velocity is in the left side, that is why one more minus negative sign is here, because that is in the left side. So this outside sign is negative here written. Why? It is a negative sign for direction of u, because perpendicular direction. So finally v is what? Dabba psi upon dabba x. So v velocity expression comes positive and u velocity expression comes negative with negative sign. So u and v are the velocity components. Now for two-dimensional flow, we have dabba u by dabba x plus dabba v by dabba y. this is what continuity equation. Once again we are doing the same thing, but it here for 2 dimensional. That is why delta u by delta x plus delta v by delta y is equal to 0. Putting the u and v, u is equal to this and v is equal to this in that equation. Okay, so delta upon delta x of, okay, so by the definition, stream function psi is a function of x, y and time for unsteady flow, and for steady flow definition, you know that there is no change in velocities and densities with respect to time, no change. So that is why function of x, y, psi. This is a psi, and in a velocity potential phi, phi. This is SCI. Okay, now putting the delta upon delta x of u value is here minus delta psi upon delta y plus delta upon delta y of v is a delta psi upon delta x is equal to 0. So here it comes delta square psi, okay, upon delta x delta y. This quantity I will take first of all minus, because here is a minus sign, minus delta square psi upon delta x into delta y is equal to 0. This represents a possible flow. This represents possible flow. Flow is irrotational flow is possible or not, that possible flow. Which flow? Irrotational. That we will see in the numerical. Okay, now for irrotational flow, write down, for irrotational flow, as omega means angular velocity, omega z is what? Half of delta v by delta x minus delta u by delta y, that is equal to 0 for irrotational flow. Angular velocity is 0. Okay, so from this we can have here delta v by delta x minus delta u by delta y is equal to 0, because here half, if we take on that side it becomes 0, means finally it is what? Delta v by delta x minus delta u by delta y is equal to 0. Here now we will do we will put here v is equal to and u is equal to expression. V is equal to delta psi upon delta x and u is equal to minus delta psi upon delta y. Put there. So by putting that here, I will write, by putting that here, delta upon delta x of v is what? Delta psi upon delta x. This is v minus delta upon delta y. U is what? Minus delta psi upon delta y. Okay, is equal to 0. Is equal to 0. Okay, do this carefully, because distinguish this. For the distinguishing, I have bounded it by the boundary line. Okay, this equation is again simplified after this comma. Now here it comes what? Delta square psi, delta square psi upon delta x square, delta square psi upon delta x square. Now this minus sign becomes plus delta square psi upon delta y square. Okay, now this equation, that is equal to 0. This is one more equation we get in the form of, this is what? Laplace equation in psi. In the last case, velocity potential, we got Laplace equation in a phi. Delta square phi upon delta x square plus delta square phi upon delta y square. That kind of equation we got. That is Laplace equation in a phi function, means velocity potential. And this is equation in a stream function. dabba square psi upon dabba x square plus dabba square psi upon dabba y square. This is what, write down Laplace equation. Laplace equation in psi, in psi. Now the point is why psi is called, why psi is called as stream function. Why psi is called as stream function? So for that we will consider here, equation of streamline. Equation of streamline. Now equation of streamline we have taken when we took the definition of streamline. Okay, in the lecture of flow lines, path line, streamline, streak line, that was a lecture on the flow lines. In the streamline, there we had written in this way equation: u by dabba x is equal to v upon dabba y is equal to w upon dabba z. This equation we had taken. Okay, arranging the terms, arranging the terms means what? Taking product of v dx is equal to u dy. In that way, taking product of v dx into u dy, and again here v dx is equal to u dy. In that way, while writing, you can write u dy minus v dx is equal to 0. This we have done. We are repeating here this. Okay. Now what we will do? U dy minus v dx. This equation already we have taken. Again now we will put here u is equal to psi function, v is equal to psi function form. So here putting u is equal to dabba psi upon dabba y and v is equal to minus dabba psi upon dabba x. Okay. So here u is equal to dabba psi dabba psi upon dabba y into dy minus sign minus dabba psi upon dabba x into dx is equal to 0. Again here we will write this dabba psi upon dabba y into dy. Here plus sign will come, dabba psi upon dabba x into dx is equal to 0. Okay, just a minute. Now here by putting the u is equal to minus dabba psi upon dabba y here, minus v is equal to dabba psi upon dabba x here. Here is a minus sign coming, minus sign will take minus 1, we will take a common, and this minus sign will go on the right hand side, will vanish. So we can write here dabba psi upon dabba y into dy plus dabba psi upon dabba x into dx is equal to 0. Okay, minus sign we take common from the both terms. On the right side, if we bring that minus 1, 0 into minus 1, 0. So in that way we can write. So here this is what actually, this is d psi is equal to 0. Meaning of this, d psi means what? Stream function remains constant. Meaning of this is what? Stream function, thus stream function psi is a constant, is constant along streamline. D psi is equal to 0 means stream function psi is a constant along streamline. Now for vorticity vector vorticity z, that is by the definition, okay. Similarly for vorticity vector, now we will put at the place of v psi function. For the v, delta psi upon delta x, okay, minus delta upon delta y up in this way, okay. So here this is what delta square psi upon delta x square minus delta square psi upon delta y square. Here minus sign plus, okay. This we have for vorticity vector, okay. Now when or if vorticity is 0 by the definition, if vorticity along about z axis is a 0 means what, this function is a 0, sum delta square psi upon delta x square plus delta square psi upon delta y square is equal to 0, okay. Thus we say flow is irrotational. Flow is irrotational means what, every time instead of using stream function and velocity potential theory in the whole equations, if we reduce all the equations in the form of phi and in the form of psi, we found two equations in the form of phi and psi. Finally this, if we use only these two equations and if that comes equal to 0, we can conclude that respective flow is irrotational. So this is what, that is why we call psi is called as a stream function. Stream function reduces the length of equations, okay, for the streamline flow. And streamline flow means the flow in which velocity at any point gives direction, quantity, okay, by the definition. So this was the theory about, complete theory about in a fluid kinematics, total theory we have covered now. Continuity equation we covered, three-dimensional continuity equation we covered. After that, vorticity component in that angular velocity, vorticity, then velocity potential and stream function, okay, phi and psi. Now the part is remaining, that is what, numerical part, that we will see in the next lecture.
So at the end of this session you can explain vorticity, velocity potential and stream function. Subscribe the channel Thermal Engineering for further video sessions. Thank you.